Hello everybody, we're back here at the United States National Snooker Championship in Seattle, Washington at Ox Billiards. We have Ajeya Prabhakar battling Zhang. Ajeya is one of the members of the USSA, so let's see how he can do in this. Is the president that I'm hearing on the stream. So let's see how the president can do. Both these players are new to me. We're glad that you're tuning in. Please let us know where you're tuning from. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to let us know. We'll do our best. And unfortunately, Mike Dominguez is off to do his match, and our other tech wizard Christian Youngers is in a match, so I'm double dutying here, streaming or commentating and scorekeeping, so we'll do the best that we can. And good to know about Ajeya. He is the twice former champion of this national event, and he is seated number 3 in the standings of the United States Snooker Association. So I believe both these players have had a match under their belt. If you want to find any of the up-to-date scoring, go to Cloud Snooker. Kind of slashed at that one, Will did. With that black open, I think Ajeya just needs an opening, and anything's possible. This Matthew, not sure exactly when we did commentary was. I don't know if that was back at the Seattle Open, but. If you are in the area, feel free to come on down. We're in Seattle. Ooh. That could be a costly miss there for Ajeya. But Will is a strong player. He's actually a member here at Ox and plays a lot of the time at Empire Billiards as well. That's CCU's club, the Seattle area. Practices a lot, loves the game, so let's see if the practice can pay off here. Really appreciate those stats, United States Snooker Association. Just seeing there that Ajeya lost to Ahmed Ali Al-Said last year, 5-0 in the final. Ajeya got a nice cue ball there, putting him tight to the cushion. Always tricky. These shots when you're tight to the cushion. You're coming down on the cue ball a little bit, just not wanting to put any unwanted siding on it. Double kiss there by Will. Is he going to be all right? First glance, everything looks all right because that red that's kind of out in the middle, the red's on the left side. I don't know if that passes the black. But Ajeya is going to be sizing it up. Crouch crew is tuning in. Lots of support there. That's great to see. I'll just have that one back. It's definitely a shot Ajeya makes a lot more often than he misses. However, he was making some strong support of not wanting to be on the TV table, knowing that probably that adds just that extra bit of pressure. But sometimes you just got to block it out. Just play your match. It's just a table like any other table. I'd like to have been behind that yellow ball, but hasn't really left a gimme here for Ajeya. There's a long red, but you're going both sides of the table here. The red to the top right corner pocket. Very nice shot. Nice cannon into that red there to hold for the black. A few of these reds are spaced out nicely, so Jay has a chance to put some points on in this first frame. Best of three. We're in the group stages right now, where they're best of three matches. Top two each group will move on to the knockout phase that will commence on Sunday, with the finals concluding on Monday night. I think Ajeya just got up a little too early on that shot, forcing it to be missed. So he's left a inviting opener here for Will Zhang. Wants to stun down a little bit more for that black. Will did, but yeah, that red is blocking the path for the pink into the left middle pocket. So an acute cut here for Will. Well, we said he likes to practice, so that practice was paying off. That was a great shot there. The result of it, not so great. As he's got a long pot if he wants to take it on. And it's always just a little bit tricky when you're going from one side of the table to the other. We've got a funny little table here. We've got 3 balls on the left and 3 balls on the right. Ajeya's got an easy starter here to the top right middle pocket, or top pocket. So I ran a little quick on that. Just wanted to hold for that red by the black spot. So if he decides to cut this into the top right corner pocket, he's going to lose the cue ball, and just trying to see if there is potential of an in-off with this cue ball going into the middle pocket. So, put a little bonum on that just to make sure he didn't go in off. So, kind of a shot to nothing a little bit there for Ajeya. Fierce shot there by Will. Looks like he's all right with all the red balls kind of finding their way to the side's cushions. Oh, shot that wasn't intended there. A little raise of the hand from Ajeya, as that was a fluke. Do pride ourselves on etiquette in this game. As you see, all the players are dressed appropriately. Their dress pants, dress shoes, dress shirt, waistcoat, looking sharp, looking dapper. And then obviously raising a hand when a fluke is had, just to apologize to your player. Someone knows on the stream, the name is eluding me, but there once was a player that would actually laugh in his opponent's face if he had a fluke. I can't remember what British player that was, but that's an interesting way of handling things. No, Chuck. There's no sweatpants and t-shirt in the commentary booth. Shirts and ties all the time. But it's nice and air conditioned in here. I tell you, it might be a little different story if it was there was no air conditioning in the room. Might be a bit warm, and we might have to get out those t-shirts and shorts. So, a little scrappy first frame here. A real good chance to make a nice break. You're really going to have to develop some balls if you want to put a high run together. Well, that's an unfortunate miss there. I will. He's popped out a red into the left middle pocket, and that blue and pink are in prime position. Ajeya. Get that DeLorean and go back in time with Doc Brown, because that was a shot that he makes all the time. So maybe just a little bit of nerves on the TV table. Just that extra little pressure can make you miss a shot. But these are tight pockets, that's for sure. Professionally cut, as Mike Dominguez has alluded to in our previous matches. does this red pass that pink into the side? Just didn't know from this angle. You would know better than we would if that went. But unfortunately, he's left a rather easy starter here for Ajeya. Some reds are starting to get off the cushion, so I wanted that to pull up a little bit better, as that pink is nicely in the middle pocket and there's a few reds by the left middle bag. And in this tournament, we do have the players, they're spotting their opponent's balls. But one actually interesting rule, if either player didn't notice a color ball had not come back and been respotted, then there is no foul. So this is what Ajeya was looking for, just to, some nice shots, get his arm going. Nicely on the black, and I'm just wondering if he is straight on that black to the top left pocket. No, he's not going to draw. Maybe he could draw back into the red. He tried, but just was not successful. And a nice red there by Will. Let's see what he can do with this black. So just 21 points in it and 59 on the table, so anyone's frame. It's the first one, the best of three. Always important to get that first frame on the board. Good to know the high break of last year's U.S. Nationals was 73. And the man that just was at the table, Ajeya, was the man that had it. So let's see if we can eclipse that. Maybe we can get a century in this 2022 United States Snooker Championship. Yes, unfortunately, Julian, we don't have refs right now. Don't even have a roving ref. Sometimes in these events we have roaming refs. One ref would be in charge of all four tables. But slowly we're growing, and hopefully more and more people we can get behind the scenes to do our scorekeeping, to do our reffing. So it just takes time, and hopefully we'll get there. Hey, there's Aaron Moss. We were just talking about you the other match. I believe the last matches of the day will be around 5 o'clock. That's the scheduled scenario, but we all know this game of snooker can sometimes drag on a bit longer than anticipated. So, but if you're in the area, Aaron, it'd be great to see you again. Thanks for the correction. Actually, Ali Al-Assaid made the high run of last year's tournament, 76. Ajeya's top break was 73. So thanks for the correction, USSA. Chuck, I don't know if Bob Judith's in the room. He's not playing in the tournament. And unfortunately, that name doesn't ring a bell to me. I do know Ken Jewett, a player in the Lower Mainland area of British Columbia and Canada. But Bob could be standing right beside me and I not know it because I unfortunately have not met that gentleman. Good to know, Dr. Snooker. Curly hair. Well, a few gents with some curly, wavy hair around in the room. But if I have a little break, if I'm walking around the room, maybe I'll just shout out Bob's name and maybe we'll hear a response. So a little tit for tat here. I wonder if yeah, trying to push the envelope there, trying to go for that long pot. I think, as we always say, it's always important to get down to the colors, and I think that's going to be the deciding factor here on this frame. So both players want to get this one loose red into the pocket. It's not going to hold up enough there for Ajeya. That's going to leave an opportunity for Will to jump in. We'll need the rest. An important tool in this game of snooker. I know a lot of pool players frown upon the rest, not enjoying it, but with these tables 6 feet by 12 feet, you got to embrace the rest and know that it is a great tool. That cue ball needs to pull up. Oh, down it goes. So a great rest shot there by Will, but unfortunately his cue ball found the bottom of the pocket as well. Didn't want that cannon into the pink because now he's left that red just... Clever shot there, long pot there, kind of a shot to nothing. If he makes the black, he's in good with 7 points to the good, but the result of it, Will could just get enough of it, and look at that retort. Wow. Oh. Completely unfortunate there. He hit a fantastic snooker behind the yellow, but sure enough, the red finds the bottom of the pocket. Sometimes you just have to look up to the sky and ask why. But hopefully Will can just tap it well. He doesn't want to tap it because obviously the yellow is the next on. It's a nice shot. Ooh, almost got behind the black there. So 27 points in it and 24 on the table. Ajeya in the lead in this first frame, best of 3 group stage matches at the United States Snooker National Championship. Nice shot there by Will, equally acknowledged by Ajeya with a little tap on the table. Yes, if you want to find out all the live scoring, head over there to Cloud Snooker. They have all the results posted up there, and the matches that are live here. There's 4 tables. It's early in the championship. It's round robin. Top 2 players in each group will be moving on to a best or a knockout round where 16 players will go at it. And at that point, the format will change a little bit. We'll have a best of 5 in the round of 16. The quarter and semifinals will be best of 7, and the finals on Monday night will be a best of 9 frames. So with that yellow ball, Will now needs a snooker if he wants to take this first frame. Smart play there by Ajeya, not forcing anything. It's always a nice thing if your opponent needs snookers, put him in a snooker. So 1 cushion escape. It hasn't left a sitter there for an easy one for Ajeya to take the frame. Wow, great long pot there. Ice in his veins right there for Ajeya. Yes, Julian, the live stream is on YouTube. It's also on twitch.tv. If you just look out for Ox Billiards, that's where you'll be finding all the great live snooker action here, live from Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington, the United States National Snooker Championship. So Will needs 2 snookers to achieve victory in this first frame, as there's 29 in it and 22 on the table. He's got 1 there, but usually when you need a couple of snookers, you need maybe 5 or 6. Very nice shot there by Will. Gives a good cue ball, gets the snooker. Jay just might be putting some left-hand side and come off the top cushion. Dangerous but effective. Just tried to hang out by that blue, but he might. No, I think the Ajeya can see an opening to hit that red, or the brown, I mean. Oh, that went all around the world and then some. But I wonder if Ajeya will just try and roll this brown to the yellow pocket. Just have it sit in the jaws. Oh, very nice. Played that with pace. Nice shot there. So I think this should seal this frame to the good for Ajeya. 53, 20, 18 on. 33 in it. Kind of looking, and that is a concession there. So Ajeya takes that first frame of this best of 3 match in the group stage. Stand by. We'll be right back with frame 2 action. And welcome back to the 2022 United States National Snooker Championship, live here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. It is David Burney in the commentary booth for you, navigating through this match between Ajeya Prabhakar and Will Zhang. And a little unfortunate break off there by Will as he went in off on his break, but it's early. If you're going to put your cue ball into the bottom of the pocket, best to do it off the break. Still, there's plenty of points there. Ajeya giving this best there to try that long pot, and little raise of the hand there, a little fluke by Will. That's okay. Yeah, you can find all the results on cloudsnooker.com. And we appreciate everybody piping in on the stream if they have any updates. As Dr. Snooker has, the mic is up, 2810. So Will is recovering nicely from that in-off on his break shot. But I think on this spot he'll be running and hiding, just clip off the pack, come back into bulk. Oh, but he's pushed a red that's just over the pocket. I think there'll be a pathway there for Ajeya. The black's pretty open, so played a nice little long plant. Now those are a bit easier, obviously, when you have a red ball just sitting in the jaws of the pocket. Black, and he's got an open red after this. Just the bottom of the pack there to the right. Power shot there. Wanted to disturb some reds, but you got to make sure of the pot first. Run just a bit more. Oof. These tables are fast, but Will's thinking they're not fast enough. He just wanted a few more rotations on his cue ball just to be onto that pink, so he's gonna have to break out the rest. So it's kind of a little peculiar cueing for him, I think. He's just gonna have to come straight on. He's going to have to attach his mini butt. All the players now have various tools that need. Way back they would have long cues in the snooker club that they use, but now I'm not sure actually if anyone on the stream knows who was the person that invented these telescopic extensions and mini butts, because it's always nice to keep using your same tip and not using a tip that everyone has used like those old house ones were. And as you can see, Will makes good use of that by draining that pink. So a nice little spread here from Will if he can just keep calm, keep concentrated. Fancies this red closest to his cue ball in the middle pocket. Wonder why I wasn't going for the one by the black. Ooh. Maybe just because the result may be after that red by the black, he might not have been on anything, but I think if he had screwed it back, he would have been on the black, but that's nor here nor there. Unfortunately, he didn't get that red into the middle pocket. It's a nice try there. Great effort there by Ajeya. Yeah, we wish we could have more cameras and multiple channels and feeds and stuff like that. But as I say, we're just starting out, baby steps. We've got the one camera. This is our TV table, but who knows what the years down the road will happen. Potentially will be, you can tune into the stream and hopefully you could have a channel surfing and be on table 1, 2, 3, or 4, or depending where the room is or how many tables. So we look at the sheet and who has been on our TV table and who has not. So we definitely do try and get players that haven't been on the stream table to get their chance on that table, because we know we have supporters for all players in the tournament. That's a shot at Jay I wanted to have back. Then there's also left an easy opener here for Will, but maybe our friends at the USSA who have been tuning in and giving us great information about the history of this tournament. I'm not sure if this tournament actually has ever been streamed before, if it has been put up online. So win or lose, we're happy you all are tuning in and enjoying some great snooker from here in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, Washington at Ox Billiards. Now this black ball is going to go back on its spot and going to unfortunately cover up that red. It could go to the... Oh, no, it's not going to go on its spot. From my vantage point that it would have covered up this red, so this red is still on. Thank you, Dr. Snooker. Says mostly the finals have been televised, so good to know. This is my first U.S. Nationals, so I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here with you all. Good to know that the stream is flawless on YouTube, Julian. And our friends at the USSSA have said that some championships have been streamed previously, but they say by far this is the best presentation. Well, thank you very much for those kind words. I know Mike and Christian strive hard to make great pictures for all you people to watch the great snooker, because it's a visual thing. Lots of beautiful colors on the table. Some people, especially I think in America, if you mention snooker, they kind of scratch their head and not too sure what you're talking about. And snooker's a great game, but if you don't know it, you gotta see it, and that's really was what we're trying to do here in America, and that's what we're trying to do actually in Canada as well, just to give it that visual look so people can enjoy. Hello, Snooker 155, tuning in all the way from Germany, Deutschland. Not sure if you know the great female player Diana Schuler. She was over here last week for the Women's US Open. She was co-tournament director with Matt Hewitt. They did a fantastic job, and they were thoroughly excited by everything that was happening with the tournament, that they're excited to come back next year, and so excited that maybe even we could throw in a Canadian spot and they could have a little tour stop over here on the Pacific West. Surprising miss there by Will. That brown ball just to spoil the Ajeya's path for success there to pot a red. Very nice shot there by Will. Just wonder if he's got the ability. I'm not sure how straight that shot on is into the green. There might be a touch of angle. So he's going to elect for black a little bit more tricky into the side, but it opens up that red into the green pocket. Nice pot there. Hopefully, yeah, he can get past the yellow there. So Will definitely making a match of it. I think a lot of ex-champions are starting to see that this game is catching on in America, and people are getting excited about it, that's for sure. As former champ Ali Asali, our first match on the TV table, lost his first match 2-1 to Jackie Wee, but Ali came back and won his next match. And we have one of our great tech wizards behind the scenes, the man that's put in a lot of this great streaming action together, Mr. Christian Youngers.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Good. He's fresh off his first match in the round robin.
Yeah, pretty tough. Hey, I think I should have taken advantage of the practice time for a couple minutes. I probably would have benefited from that.
It is quite interesting in this tournament, as they state, you get 1 minute of practice time before your match.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind next time. Yeah, I feel like it took me the first frame definitely to get warmed up, but I had a fighting chance in the second frame. I played against Jackie Wee. Yeah, pretty solid.
Well, he's definitely a potter, as we found out when we were watching him earlier today. One thing he was, if I'd say anything, he was struggling a little bit to find his way with laying snookers and getting out of snookers.
Okay.
And that's right, Dr. Snooker, there's only 1 minute. Supposedly this is a USSA standard.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, 1 minute is better than nothing. Let's just be honest. So.
But when you come to the day of the tournament, pretty much you've done all the practice and you can.
Yeah, there's not much that's really going to make you,
yeah, I think maybe just loosening up the arm just a little bit or something like that. Get the feel of the table slightly. Some of these players are not used to such great conditions.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, kudos to Jackie. I think he's doing pretty well. He I saw his first match on the stream. He took down the defending champ.
That is correct.
Pretty solid play. So we got Ajeya and Will Zhang. So I don't know much about Will, but I did meet Ajeya through preparation since he's president of the USSA, I believe.
That's true, Dr. Snooker. You see it more often than not that some of these really great players might get knocked down over it a little bit in the round robin, but then they know when to dig in and win away. But, CCU, Seattle Open champion, didn't lose a frame, so something to be said about that as well.
Oh, in the Seattle Open. That's right. Yeah, I remember that tournament. That was awesome. Definitely was putting some work in on that one.
True, but better look out. I think that the borders now are easing up, and I'm pretty sure Max Swan, who defeated CCU in the BC Open Championship, might be looking to come down and maybe take away that Emerald Prize.
I want to see the rematch. There. That's going to be a spicy one. That was quite the matchup up in BC Open with CC and Max. Oh man.
Yeah, it looked. CC came out strong, won the first 2 frames. Looked like he was gonna take his way to the championship. Then Max turned it around, won 3 on the spin, and then it looked like for his to win. But then CC stopped the bleeding and tied it at 3-3 and forced the decider, and really went down to pretty much the pink ball, last pink ball, and Max claimed victory.
Yeah, didn't he fluke one in too before that or something? It was a wild frame from what I remember. It was like some crazy stuff happening.
True, lots of fireworks there, and I think you might be able to find that match online. It might be in the archives of the
Q Sports
Live.
Yeah,
archive. Sounds good. Yes, Simon, I think you make a good point there. They're just fighting the table. No real players really been able to get in and put a healthy contribution. I think Ajeya might have the high break of this match so far, and I think it's just in the 20s, so it's nothing to scream about. But snooker is a game. It's not always what you make, it's what you leave. So, and all these players definitely know that if they're out of position, it's better to be safe than force a low percentage shot and give your opponent the option to score heavily. This looks like a nice open for Ajeya.
Yeah, he might put down a pretty good break. Really, it's the bottom red that kind of has a little bit of trouble, and these 2 ones on the right just got to be kind of split up, but he's got a good angle right now to bump something out of the way. Yeah, nice.
Yes, definitely helped to have a little kiss on that pink. Doesn't hurt. Stops the cue ball. Put some plum onto this red. Follow through. Be on the black. So he wants to stamp this match early. It's always good to take care of these matches 2-0. A little disgusted that he ran through just a bit too much, actually. Grimaced, actually, when he got up on that shot.
Yeah, he probably wants to... I mean, he can kind of hold an angle to go... If he can go up and towards the pink, maybe go for the side, middle pocket with the red. It's pretty straight, though. He's always going to go across. Let's make sure that black spot isn't in the way. Still alive.
Yeah, anybody's frame here. Yeah, just 3 points in it and 51 on the table. So we're not done here yet.
Oh, wow. I think that was a shot because he had a perfect angle here to just hold for a middle red, maybe. Wow. I think I had a good chance. That was a, 23 break?
So he's got the little jab hook, shall we say, Ajeya. He's not getting the jab hook, right cross, uppercuts, the whole combination to just deflate his opponent. But these little jabs here and there, to use a boxing analogy, is helping him out. He's opened up the reds, but he's got a good cue ball. Nice and tight to the bulk cushion.
Not a bad attempt.
Yeah, but these tables are so big.
Yeah.
Those long putts are very tricky, and especially with the tight pockets. Accuracy is your friend. Shaky backhand is not a good thing. Although our good friend Bill Werbenick would know the secret to that shaky backhand, and that's multiple pints of lager.
Oh, is that so?
So much that way back when he was on the pro circuit, he actually tried. Ooh, that's a tough in and off for Ajeya. Going back to Bill, great Canadian player. List life of the party, just enjoyed life. But he had a disease, I think it was a lack of magnesium, that made his back arm shake. So he realized that actually drinking lager would calm it down. So he so much tried to approach the British Tax Revenue Services or something like that. I'm not sure the proper name, as different countries have different things, but he tried to write off lager as income tax.
I love it. That sounds awesome.
You are correct as well, Simon. There was the one time when Bill split his trousers. There's also another story when Bill was playing the great Dennis Taylor, 1985 world champion. And he's going around the table, and he's bent down to take a shot, and then all of a sudden, the ducks started flying. He farted like no tomorrow, got up, and said, "Who did that?" Yeah, unfortunately, we lost Bill many years ago in the early 2000s. Never got a chance to meet him, but have met some people in British Columbia that were good friends with him. And it's just said he was just a dynamite guy, just a real pleasant character, always smiling. It was unfortunate. Actually, he had these beta blockers to stop that tremor, and unfortunately those were put on the banned substance, and he got a very lengthy ban actually from the pro tour, enough that he unfortunately had to retire. And it was around the time when actually cocaine was quite prevalent.
Oh, really?
Over there, and some players, not going to name anyone in particular, were getting in trouble with it, but they got a lesser ban than the beta blockers.
Interesting.
So
well, you learn something new every day, I guess.
Oh, there's many stories of this history game, that's for sure. Been around since 1875, so we are in the 147th year of snooker being invented.
Wow.
I know 147 means a lot to those snooker players.
Yes, indeed.
Just wanted to pull up a little bit because that red might have gone by the black. But Will with an 11-point lead, 43 on the table. As we said, these matches more often than not come down to the colors. The drama gets high. And it's tough in these best of three. Some of the more proficient players, they want to get the match won, so you won't see them really kind of going after a lot of shots and potentially making big breaks. Not to say that those are out of the question, but you don't want to lose. A frame, or because you lose a frame, then you're up against it, and you got to win two on the bounce, and then unfortunately you could lose that match. That puts a mark on your score in the group.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
I know you guys can't see Christian right now, but he's a little deflated from his loss, but we're trying to do the best to cheer him up here in the booth.
Oh, we're good. It was fun. It was a good time. It was only the first match. I got a lot of snooker to play.
There you go. Yeah, you're in a group of 5, so you have 4 more matches. So
Or 3 more matches?
3 more matches, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you could go 3-1.
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me. I just gotta play. I think I have to play Mr. Ali. I'm pretty sure.
That is correct. You have Ali, you have Charles Crouch,
Okay.
and Amit Karkai.
Oh, luckily I don't know any of my opponents, so hopefully that helps me out.
You know, sometimes that's the way to do it, you know, not knowing who you're playing. So you just go in and maybe afterwards you're like, that guy was kind of good, actually. Oh, yeah, that was last year's champion, remember? Oh, I didn't know that. This is going good for Will Zhang, as I know someone was commenting earlier. It seemed like the tale of 2 different players, but when your back is up against it, sometimes that's when you dig in deep. And Will is doing a great job here to force us into a decider. But he's not out of the woodwork just yet. 26 in it, and there's 27 on the table. Green has kind of got a little bit safe, so that's a good help for Will's campaign to win it.
Does he leave it over the pocket? No, not quite. It's makeable, right?
It's makeable, but it sure is a long way away. It's about 11 feet and 9 inches of shot to make.
Oh, rattles it home.
I think a little earlier in the day that probably would have stayed out. You know, maybe these pockets with the day progressing, it's just eased up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty brand spanking new felt, new cloth on these tables, so I think that also helps a little bit. They're basically what you would see on, the Pro Tour, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly what you would see, yep. Mm-hmm. When they're using the star tables, that is. These are star tables with number 10 Strachan cloth. There's a few tournaments on the Pro Tour that do use Rasson tables.
I never played on one of those before.
Neither have I. I haven't had the chance, but
good shot.
Snooker there by Will.
I think Ajeya definitely needs this right, because otherwise he'll be in Snooker's required territory. I think part of the rules too, I think, is it's an automatic win if you have four or more Snookers required.
I think it might be 3, but we'd have to.
I thought he said 4. Maybe I could be wrong. Yeah, but it's something on the. It's like it has to be on the colors at least. I'm pretty sure. No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was his frame ball, right?
That is true. Yes.
Oh, look at this pot. Oh, nice. Nice.
That just kind of seals the deal right there, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Got 31 in it, and there's 18 on the table. So that's.
And he said, I'll have another.
Yeah, don't waste all your pots here. Well, save some for the decider, because that's where we are headed very shortly. The president is being put under pressure. The president is being put under pressure here. So we're just going to take a quick little break. Good time to maybe just get a cold drink or a nice little snack, but we'll be right back with the decider of this match between Ajeya Prabhakar and Will Zhang. And both players have exchanged a nice little handshake as we're getting into the decider here. And as you can see, the United States Snooker Association has just posted up there. If 4 more snookers are required when they're on the colors, the frame is conceded. But that is just in the group stage. Just in the best interest of keeping the tournament moving. As it's an amateur tournament, sometimes we have newer players to the game, and that's something they'll pick up as they move along and progress in their snooker career, that there is some form of etiquette, that you don't have to go right to the end and pocket that black ball. Well, that's a nice little fluke there by Will. But yeah, it's just to keep the tournament going, as I've seen at times, some players have been down by quite a lot, and even it's forced me to be dumbfounded why they carried on. But so I think it's a good rule just for the sake of the tournament, to keep it going, keep it progressing. And is he going to fluke every shot? I'm not too sure, but there's 2, and he's just shaking his head, and both players have a little smile back and forth to each other.
Well, 2 flukes in a row. Can you do a third?
What's the old adage? Just shame on me once, or fool me once, look at you, fool me twice. Was that old adage of? Not sure.
I think you got it.
But unfortunately, not a third flukes. Although they do say good things happen in threes, but I guess not flukes on the snooker table. Nice to see we have a good audience here, taking in the snooker action here at Ox Billiards in Seattle. If you're in the neighborhood, please stop by. Come say hello. Come watch this great snooker action. We're here all weekend long. It will be coming to a conclusion on Monday night. I want to find out who is going to be the champion of the Stars and Stripes. And definitely, if you can't make it to us in Seattle, we're glad that you're tuning in on the stream, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube or twitch.tv. It's under the Ox Billiards handle. And feel free to let your friends know, or any snooker enthusiasts that you know. I'd love to build our numbers up, because that's what it's going to take just to continue to keep things going. We love bringing you the live snooker action, and we just want the sport to grow. It's a new thing in America. You have to correct me if I'm wrong, Christian, as you are a UCLA Bruin.
Yes, sir. Definitely new to America, though. I think you're on the right track there. But we're growing it. We're growing it,
Well, Snooker 155, Cloud Snooker website is the site for all your scoring and stats and all that stuff. So it will not lie, unless the players are lying on their score sheets, which would be very bad, but I don't think it's a thing they do. Etiquette is strongly encouraged here. So he's letting me know that Ali has a break of 90 and 66, and Jackie has a break of 80. I believe that would be correct. And unfortunately, Christian, those 2 gentlemen are in your group.
Yes, they are. It's going to be a fun time. No, I'm excited to play them. I already got a taste of Jackie, and that was pretty strong.
Well, on a condolence, way back in the 80s, there's this guy called Steve Davis that was just phenomenal. 6-time world champion.
I think I've heard of him before.
And this Scots guy named Ian Doyle had a little hopeful player named Stephen Hendry. So he invited Steve Davis to come up to Scotland, and he told him, I want you to destroy this kid. Just destroy him. So Steve did what he needed to do. I think he won frames 10-1, 10-2, just, utterly creamed the young Stephen Hendry. Well, Stephen Hendry has won 7 world championships, and definitely is up there as one of the best players ever. I think unfortunately he's been eclipsed by Ronnie O'Sullivan, because Ronnie just makes it so natural. But so you could lose a
Yeah.
lot. You're learning a lot from the losers. I could be talking to the next year's U.S. national
yeah, you never
champion,
know.
Christian
I guess
Youngers.
we could see something interesting. Yeah, it is a pretty awesome tournament. Though it's pretty fun. A lot of new faces, a lot of good players. I didn't know that we had this many players in America. I thought it was less, but I think we have a good foundation to work with.
Yeah, it's just a great educational when you're watching those players, as you alluded to, Christian, and not feeling the intimidation by them, as you can kind of watch how they handle themselves around the table, and as you're sitting there stewing, and unfortunately, your opponent is winning the frame, you can look and kind of decipher a bit more of like, oh, they took the blue instead of the black because it's better shape on the red. Okay, so
Definitely, yeah. Definitely made some mistakes during my match in terms of shot selection, but there was one where actually I was aiming to shoot one shot, and I actually fouled, touch foul. I touched the red with my cue, didn't really move anything, and then Jackie came up and shot next and took the shot. But he did a totally different shot, and little did I know there was actually a red that was on, and he thinned the red, super thin, pots it into the corner, and goes on a little break after that. So definitely stuff to learn. That's for sure.
Well, the game in snooker is like life. Lots of mistakes, but we rebound.
Do we have I don't know if we have one of those effects. So we'll have to get one of those.
No sound effects. Come on.
Okay, fair enough.
This is snooker, not a sitcom, Christian.
Gotcha.
Archie Bunker's nowhere in sight.
Didn't really get safe. Didn't want to hit that red. Oof.
No, kicked that out nicely because that yellow is gonna, or not that yellow, the pink. My apologies. That pink is gonna go nicely if he just runs through this red middle bag, pink into the top right corner pocket.
So there's always a question I have too. It's like when do you decide to take this pink? Because oftentimes it'll cause you to have kind of a cluster basically once you pot it, because it goes back on its spot. Now all the reds that were there don't really go anymore. So I feel like isn't there like an opportune moment when you want to take that pink on?
With the angle, it looks like he could cannon into the cluster of the reds, and he might have that. Oh, nothing was going to happen there, but just the way I think he could have hit that pink in, and there might have been and developed a red there because the black is in prime position. It's almost on its spot, but it's wide open to both corner pockets. But we got ahead of ourselves, and I think Will got ahead of himself a little bit too. Maybe concentrated a little less on that pink than he needed to because he was thinking about red dreams ahead. But, we see it so often than not that a player takes for granted that pot in hand, saying it's going to be in. They don't give it the care it needs, and then they end up missing it, and it could be disastrous.
Wow, and I think we got an update. I believe Mike's match went to a deciding black, and I think Mike took the frame, if I'm not mistaken. We're on table 2. Yeah, he sunk the final black. They were tied 48-40. Oh, wow, Ajeya. Oh, man. Yep, I think Mike got the match over.
So Christian just putting on a little bit of his director hat.
Yeah, so this frame, I think it was Mike who took the frame on the tide. That's the first black, I believe, that we were exposed to in terms of tide on the black, I believe. First one I've seen all day, I guess.
True, we sometimes can get some bonus footage of our other table, but that takes a good director behind the scenes, and Christian has come back into the booth to help us out with that. So if you're always wanting to help out, keep Snooker growing, always looking for help, being part of the team, scorekeeper, best seat in the house, I must admit. It's not the toughest job in the world. We'd really appreciate your help. Also, even referees. We haven't had any referees right now, but I'm pretty sure as we get deeper and deeper into the tournament, some players will be knocked out, and players just love the game and they'd be willing to help out doing some refereeing. But right now, with a full field of 38 players, everyone's still in contention. That we just don't have the people power to put a referee in. But hey, slowly and surely we're growing. Hopefully the USSA can put together some referee certification programs, or maybe help sponsor some enthusiastic Americans to go over to England and learn the rules and all that stuff from the pros over in England. So lots of opportunity. We're just at the baby steps right now. Years from now, we'll look back and it'll be like reading Little Archie.
Yes. Hopefully, always improving.
Sure, that's what I do enjoy about Mike, and as well with Jonathan's son up in the Vancouver area. These guys are always just trying to keep on moving forward and forward and forward. The great Barry Hearn, who did wonders for the game of snooker on the pro side, really preached that complacency is the enemy of anything.
I think Ajeya can see the edge of this red to pot it.
Yeah, what I like about this shot is you can kind of run around.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Might get a nice bounce to be on this black.
Oh, what a shot. Well done.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. Those shot to nothings, he misses that. It's deep in bulk, and his opponent's going to have a long pot. But fortunate enough, the black weasels it way down to the bulk ends. And now he can take this on, hopefully get back down the table, and the black will be back on its spot. Hopefully he can get some well-needed points. It's always tough to come back a lot with the rest. You do need some cue power, as much as we do preach. It's not like a strength game, but just the right timing going through the ball with the right amount of power would have drawn that ball back a lot more.
Yeah, when Ricky Walden was here, he did a little bit of a clinic. That was one of the things he started stressing, at least for I think for Dave Daly and CC, the players who have their fundamentals down and stuff. He started really focusing on the concept of timing, because it becomes so important, especially at that high level. If you get it down, naturally pretty early on, then you can really put together some wonderful shots.
Sure, and I think a good thing I heard a professional golfer just about calming the nerves. Kind of when you're at the table getting ready to shoot, just do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
Yeah.
So
good tactics. Just start charging for your advice. I think people are getting too good of advice right now.
You just got to hang around and you hear things, bits and pieces. First thing I asked, Cliff Orban, you got any advice for me on my game? Just pop balls.
Just pop balls.
Just throw the balls on the table and just pop balls. Just get that comfortability of potting the balls.
Not so easy as it sounds always. But speaking of potting balls, that was a nice pot down the end rail, down the long rail. It reminds me of have you heard the artist's way of how to draw an owl. First,
Is this a book or?
no. It's very simple. It's a 2-step process. First, you draw the outline. Make sure you get a nice outline of your owl. Gonna draw your big circles, and then you just fill in the owl. And there you go. That's how you draw an owl.
Well, it'd be interesting to see your hooter, Mr. Youngers.
But anyway, yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's just kind of just go out there and do it. I think
Yes.
I think that's what most people need, that confidence to just try it out. Wow, oh man, he didn't get that one.
He used every part of the pocket there except the bottom.
I think he's left it too.
Does look thin though. That's testing your eye right there.
Oh yeah. I think he's taking it on though. You have to. There's too many places to end up on a color as well. Oh, this could get dicey. Or you could get perfect in the black. Oh, a little long. I still think it was the right choice.
Just be mindful of the in off.
Ooh, one of the toughest shots in snooker. Nails it.
It's a nice black, yeah. Losing a bit of control. Not a bad black to take on as long as you can be conscious of that in off and put either top or bottom to avoid that. Because it's nice and safe. He's run it up table.
Somebody was telling me that they use that concept to measure a snooker table. They put the cue ball into the corner. They put the cue ball in the corner, jaws of the corner pocket, down by the black. If you pot the black with a center ball, you should go in off into the middle pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he tests a table that he saw randomly one time, and it came short by a couple inches. It's like, your table's actually long by an extra 3 inches. And little did they know, they measured the table and it was a little bit long. Interesting concept. Not sure how true that is, because obviously you can think you put, no spin on a ball and, unintentional side spin or whatnot
nice.
can always happen.
Nice red there by Ajeya. It's got this black on. Yeah, it's interesting. Actually, some people I know that play around in the senior circuit in Vancouver at their club in Richmond. They ordered a brand new table. After it was the talk of the community, they got the table, and it was 5 feet, 10 feet, and 6 inches. It wasn't a true fight.
No.
5 by 10.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. And it's just unfortunate because the supplier of the table just kind of disappeared.
Oof.
So, not great business sense there. And, it's not a big world, snooker in Canada and America. So news does travel pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, good attempt there. I was very close. Managed to not leave it either, so not a bad result there.
Not sure if anyone can hear that banging on the stream. We apologize. It is a long weekend and Labor Day is upon us, so it's amazing. Do Americans not stop working on long weekends?
Yeah, it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's almost quitting time, but I'm sure there's somebody doing some work upstairs. Ever-growing city is Seattle. Oh, does he make this? Ooh, wow, sinks it. Nicely done.
It just had that element of safety as well. You don't see a lot of doubles or what the pool community would call bank shots. You'll see more of a snooker player take a cut more often than not over the double, but sometimes there's just no fans or fuss about it. And nice shot there by Ajeya.
Does he get on this red? Perfect. It's perfect. Nice angle to kind of play for any color he wants almost. Thinking, he's pretty straight actually. He might just have to screw back. Yeah.
Good angle on the green to come off the cushion. And is there a spot just below that pink for that red that you could find? So Will fought hard in that second frame to force the decider, but Jay has turned on the jets. Does he have the angle on this top red by the pink? It's just tough to see from our vantage point. He does. Very nice. So he could hit and stun it right there and leave his cue ball where the pink is. Put the pink up on the blue spot, as that's where it would go, and have the bottom red into the top left corner pocket. Oh, a little bit of sorcery there from the old Prez. It was very nice. Aggressive shot there, but it was beneficial. $49 in it. 43 on the table. Nice cut there. So Ajeya definitely finding his rhythm now.
Looks like he's going to take on this black. Pretty tough, even though it's close to the pocket.
But being in Snooker's required stage, it's a nice vantage point right there.
Nicely done.
And it's interesting in Snooker, well, it's 35. Well, if this red goes down, definitely won't be coming back to the table. And
yeah, this will put him more than 4 Snookers behind, right?
Mm-hmm. And at that point, then you kind of just start to become, as an opponent, you just turn on a hat and start to become cheerleader.
Yep.
So you want to see your opponent do well. That's obviously fine. When you're in the throes of a match and a frame, you don't want to beat them. But when the frame has been put to bed, you're encouraging your opponent just to make the highest break that they possibly can.
Taking on this brown. So he's on a 32 right now. Break. Pretty strong. Oh, where does his brown end up though? Okay, I don't think he's blocked. Yeah, he should be fine.
Not blocked, but it's just in the eye line, but just kind of forget about it. You got business to do with this yellow. I think this is a great chance here for Ajeya to finish the frame and the match strongly. Just run out the table. Potential 59 break here. Yeah, Jay struggled a little bit in that second frame, let that one go, but when your back's put up against it, more often than not, these players really dig in. Great shot right there. Does he get enough? Would have liked a few more rotations to be on the pink. Oh, and shakes her head there. So Ajeya Prabhakar, the president of the USSA, has taken this match 2 frames to 1. And we're glad you're tuned in. It's been David Burney in the booth along with Christian Youngers. We're just going to step aside for a quick little break. We'll set up our next match and get going momentarily. Thanks again.
Thanks.